Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Hafiz Julio. You can call me Hafiz. My number BP is 1911072032. And I'm from class 2B D4 Telecommunication Engineering. Okay, at this time I will explain about 3G, 3G network. Okay, what is 3G network? 3G network is the third generation of wireless mobile telecommunication technology. It is the upgrades for 2G GPRS and 8G networks for faster data transfer. This is based on a set of standard use for mobile device and mobile telecommunication use service and networks that comply with the international mobile telecommunication specification by the International Telecommunication Union. 3G finds application in wireless voice telephone, mobile internet access, fixed wireless internet access, and video calls and mobile TV. 3G telecommunication networks support service that provide an information transfer rate of at least 144 kilobit per second. Later 3G release often denoted 3 3 3G and 7,75G. Also provide mobile broadband access of several megabit per second to smartphone and mobile modems in laptop computers. This ensure it can be applied to wireless voice telephone, mobile internet access, fixed wireless internet access, video calls, and mobile TV technology. A new generation of cellular standard has appeared approximately every 10 years since 1G system were introduced in 1000 1979 and early to meet 1980. Each generation is characterized by new frequency bands, higher data rates, and non-backward compatible transmission technology. The first commercial 3G networks were introduced in mid 2001. Okay, the next is basic concept of 3G networks. Basic concept of 3G networks is UMTS, Universal Mobile Telephone Standard, is an evolution from GSM, which supports third generation or 3G capability. UMTS use WCDMA or wideband code division multiple access technology with the DS WCDMA direct SIGINT wideband CDMA system. There are two mode used in WCDMA. The first using is FDD or frequency division duplex, and the second using TDD or time division duplex. UMTS or WCDMA has infrastructure capable of supporting users with high data rates, overall bandwidth of 5 megahertz, and is designed to coexist with GSM system. The next is characteristic 3G networks. The first is UMTS, Universal Mobile Telephone Standard. The 3G standard system used in Indonesia is WCDMA wideband code division multiple access, where this technology allow data speed of up to 384 kilobit per second. The two is only use one frequency, so complicated frequency planning activities are not necessary. The next is the possibility of each user to get a bandwidth that varies according to the demand for user service is one of the superior features of WCDMA network. And the next, packet data scheduling depends on network capacity, so it is more efficient than GSM network, which depend on time slot capacity. Okay, the next aspect is 3G network architecture. The first is core network. Core network is job is to provide centralized management and processing for the system. This network element is equivalent to NSS network switching system on a GSM network. Core network is a combination of several systems that interface with external network, including cable telephone networks and water cellular telecommunication network. The UMTS core network architecture is the result of migrating previously used GSM network where new elements for its UMTS are superimposed to produce the additional function that the UMTS network requires. In a few of the several ways the data will be carried. The MTS core network can be divided into two distinct areas. The first area is element circuit switch. This element is based on pre-existing GSM network and carries data on a circuit switch. That is a fixed channel for its calibration. The next is element packet switch. This network element is specially designed to deliver data packets. Packet switches result in much higher network usage as their capacity can be shared and data is transport as packet that are routed according to their destination. Number two is access network. The access network is known as the UMTS terrestrial radio access network or UTRAN and performs the following function is radio resource management, call setup and handover, user access to the core network. UTRAN performs a similar role the base stations subsystem or BSS in GSM, and UTRAN contains the following network element. Is radio network subsystem or RNS. The RNS is an element that manage the resource and transmission or reception for a specific set of cells. And B is radio network controller atau or RNC. Each RNS contains a radio network controller. The RNC regulates the allocation and use of radio resource in the RNS, and thus most of the processing for UTRAN. Each RNC controls one or more node B. Most UTRAN functions are performed by radio network controller or RNC element. RNC function include assign and release radio channel control by the RNC or control from network RNCs. And monitoring and maintaining quality connection, controlling handover, operation and maintenance. And next is node B. The function is node B is same BTS in GSM. RNS is connected between RNC truck and your interface, and node B and node B is connected to an UP interface. And then next number 3 is terminal or UE. UE is user equipment. Is the name associated with the mobile terminal. To connect to the network, the mobile terminal requires UMTS card. The UE, the EU can be of different size, but all mobile terminals must be able to support the same standard on protocols. If a mobile terminal is designed to work on a UMTS system, it must be able to communicate with a mobile terminal using the 2G system. First of all, UMTS terminals are designed in multi-band and multi-mode, allowing multiple user to change to UMTS, GPRS, and GSM service on different frequency band and on trip around the world. Okay, this is 3G network architecture. And the next is VCDMA code. The code function is different for downlink and uplink direction. In the downlink direction, code issued by node B. Channelization code serve to different user. Scrambling code function as the cell identity in the node B. If there are two user in one node B cell, when both of them to download, they will get different CC but get the same scrambling code. Because they are connected to the same cell. And in the uplink direction, code issue by BHP with node B setting. Channelization code serve to different service, and scrambling code function as user identity. If there are two user in one node B cell, when both of them do download, they will get different channelization code, but get the same scrambling code because they are connected to the same cell. Okay, the next spec is VCDM code on channelization code or spreading code. Channelization code or spreading code is also known as code for tunneling because the spreading code is used on the uplink side to different between control signal and data signal for one user. And in downlink communication, the spreading code is used to different common channel and dedicate channel between other user who are on the same node B cell. The process of channeling and scrambling on 3G system, where each service voice, video call, packet data, DSPA will go through the spreading code tunneling individually and determine the spreading factor to be used. This is why spreading code affect bandwidth. The next spec is scrambling code. The next step after spreading is the scrambling process. This code is useful for distinguishing one MS from another MS on the uplink side, and also for distinguishing one node B from another of the downlink side. This process does not reduce bandwidth. It only difference signal from different source. Okay, this is my presentation and my explain about 3G networks. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.